refresh. Oh, evening all. I didn't hear you coming. I'll just set you down there. Speed Racer 456V here, and today I am coming to you lot with a new video, which is my review of The Great Discovery. So without further ado, let's get on with it. And it was really good, okay? I don't care what the other Thompson Friends fans say, this film was brilliant. In fact, it was brilliant on top of brilliant. Note how I didn't touch the tripod when I did that. Don't worry, there isn't going to be a quiz. But yeah. And what was really unusual was the fact that, again, a lot of Thompson Friends fans were knocking this film. They were all going, oh no man, it's the last film that we'll see with the models. I know even I was upset, but I mean, like, you know, give the CGI another chance, especially with Day of the Diesels in Season 16. But yeah. And like I said, it was really good. It did have some of its unrealistic faults. But I'm going to put those aside in saying that it was a very, very good last big hoorah for the models. So, like, yeah. And I cannot stress, actually, how good that this film was. It was just brilliant. So it starts with Thomas and James having a race, and it's like, wow! What a race! Come on! Thomas is an E2. E2s can only go 40 miles an hour. So it's kind of obvious James would have kicked Thomas's bunker from here to next week. But surprisingly enough, no. It's Thomas who kicks James's tender from here to next week. And Mr. Percival, the controller of the narrow gauge railway, looks at Thomas and goes, Thomas, because you beat James here, you get to work with Duncan. And you're like, what, Duncan? No way. Except the narrator for the film, Pierce Brosnan, gives Duncan a Scottish accent, and it's like really cool. Because I honestly think the Scottish accent suits Duncan. Oh, and by the way, like the new look? But yeah, and it's really, really cool, Duncan's Scottish accent in The Great Discovery. Is that I can show you a quicker way to the wharf. And I really think the Scottish accent suits Duncan perfectly. Hit Entertainment, are you listening? You should be. Alright, yeah. So then Duncan sends Thomas on this wild goose chase down an old track, which he claims will get Thomas back to the wharf quicker. But it turns out Thomas doesn't thankfully go over the bridge as the bridge collapses right in front of his eyes. So then he goes back to the junction and goes down another old track, which just so happens to lead to Great Waterton, which is the heart of the plot. And Thomas is like, okay, I've discovered a hidden town. That's cool. Station. Waterworks. An old town. I can run with this. So he finds Madge, the snub-nosed lorry, who's been here since like Series 8, Series 9, somewhere around there. And goes, Madge, I've discovered a hidden town. Quick, go tell everyone. So, as you do, Madge does. So first she tells Mighty Mac, then tell a few other of the scholarly engines. One of them, I think it's Rheneas, tells Mr. Percival, who tells Harold, who tells the Fat Controller, and it's really cool because Pierce Brosnan gave the Fat Controller sort of Leeds accent, so he's there, take me to Thomas at once. So, as you do, he does. And the Fat Controller's there. Thomas, you have made a wonderful discovery. This is the town of Great Waterton. And Thomas is there. Okay, Great Waterton. Wow. I actually found this? Get lost. So, while Thomas is doing all the restoration work here, there's another sleight of hand going on down at Brandon. For a new engine has arrived to take over Thomas's duties, Stanley. And Stanley is a brilliant character. Don't knock Stanley. Stanley for the win! And he's like really cool. Because he, in this film, is something that Thomas isn't in this film. Fun. Okay, that's one of the many knocks I have with this film. Thomas isn't a fun character to watch in this film. Because the entire film focuses around two things. Great Waterton and Stanley. Or so I think. And so everyone's there rubbing it in with Thomas. Stanley knows how to have fun, Thomas. You, on the other hand, don't. Rejected! I'm sorry, I have done that on every recording of this video, and for the life of me, I've got no idea why. Anyway. It's like really harsh. So then Thomas tries to get revenge by shunting Stanley this really long line of trucks, which Thomas knows that Stanley won't be able to get up the hill out of Great Waterton, and indeed Thomas is right, but his plan backfires because Stanley's trucks go shooting down the hill out of Great Waterton and bang into the water tower, which was halfway through its restoration. See? You fucked up. And you're like, oh, Matt, and they're like, Thomas, you pill, why did you do that? You twit. So like, everyone starts hating him, which is like, whoa, I know he's been the starbiller since season 7, but actually holding a grudge against him? Hallelujah. There's a good reason to watch the film. Everyone holds a grudge against Thomas. That is a good reason to watch the film. But anyway, so later that evening, the Sodal Construction Company come along and they load all the rubble into the trucks. So Thomas is there. I wonder, if I shove the trucks into the sidings, maybe everyone else will start respecting me. So that's what he does. But Lord behold, there's always one, isn't there? And a truck goes shooting off down this old mine. And so, as you do, Thomas gives pursuit, except the truck goes down one track, Thomas goes down the other. The next thing you know, Thomas finds himself down a flooded mine on a raft type thing, which is like impossible, because he's a tank engine. He weighs at least 10 tons, if anything. And so, he arrives at a waterfall, which goes over a cliff, which has been hidden away by a huge wall that is a bush. So he goes charging through that, over the cliff, and lands it on the other side. I'm not even sure how that's even physically possible. And so then he gets found by Stanley, who looks for him in the Lost Mountains, up north on the Skarloey Railway. So then Stanley finds him, and they both put aside their differences, and everyone's happy. Great Waterton gets restored, and they throw a huge party because of it. And there are about 4 or 5 musical numbers in this, including a modified engine roll call, which I actually stayed around to listen, unlike the one that they cheaply put at the end of Calling All Engines, and a sort of rap-style song, Thomas You're the Leader. I'll try and leave a link for it in the info box. But yeah. And it's like really awesome. And so yeah, that's it. My review of The Great Discovery. All the more, as I said at the start of the video, I found it very, very good. My marks out of 10, 8. Would I recommend it? Yes. And I'd also recommend it if you're a fan of Pierce Brosnan's work. Need I remind you, of course, Pierce Brosnan was one of the many actors who played James Bond. Next time will be my review of Hero of the Rails, Hit Entertainment's first attempt at a full CGI Thomas and Friends feature-length film. Find out what I think of it in about a day or two. But until then, folks, this has been Speed Racer of Speed Racer 4563 Productions, saying thank you for watching, goodbye, and comments on this video if you like the new look. Okay, peace out.